Alright, this is part two, guys. Sorry, guys. My camera just randomly shut off on me. I don't know why, but. Yeah. Yeah. This video won't be long. I might maybe make an hour and 20-minute video. That's good enough. So I'll talk for a good 35 minutes, maybe, for this part. This is part two. Yeah. Yeah, I'm already paying Peter $500K for the promos. He also gets his speaking fee money if I go World Tour, which I most likely will. That's a good enough deal for Peter. I'm not paying more money, man. Here's a greedy pig. Mel Gibson, too. He signed like his 500 million Canadian deal, which is like, I don't know, 400 million deal in his American money. That's a good deal for Mel Gibson. I'm not paying those guys any more money. They're greedy pigs. Watch out for those records out from the greedy pigs. Some Sarah. Yeah. The World Tour deal is a huge deal for the actors. They're gonna make like their million, million, 2 million, 3, 600K to million, 3 in speaking money, man. It's a huge deal. That's why the agents also want a cut of that too. You know, if John Hagan makes $1,300,000 in speaking, we want our 10% cut of that. Yeah, you guys get your 10, 50%, whatever it is. But like the 2,000 here, you're not touching, guys. That's a gift from the company. Some Sarah. That's a gift from the company. Yeah. So I know Vaughn Jode is your first choice. Yes, Vaughn Jode is most likely my chosen actor. He's my first choice. John Boyega is my first choice. Daniel Kaluuya is my second choice. I'm most likely to choose John Boyega. I think he's better for the role. Even though Daniel Kaluuya looks more like me, John Boyega is better for the sarcastic character of Thessalonius, as you guys read in my book, right? From a Sullivan as well. Yeah, you can picture John Boyega in that scene, yeah. Our cousin, we seek Prince Takis. As he happened to found passage here, you're going to see John Boyega, yeah. You're going to see Jimon Su, this horse is thirsty. I mean, I was sick in your book. I know this horse is thirsty, yeah. Why was the horse thirsty? I mean, because they had a long journey from Baraka, right? That's why he told them. That's why Job took care of their horses. He's like, Job, I take it you had our horses taken care of. Yes, yes, they're well fed driving. There's no research. And what about taxis? I'm not sick, I know. I love that scene. I laugh every time. It's hilarious. Yeah. Will you follow your book word to word? No, I'm gonna be adding quite a bit of dialogue in my movie to make it better. And I'm gonna be changing some of the dialogue too, obviously. I'm not gonna follow like 100% word to word. No. How much will you follow your book word to word? I don't know, maybe 70% of it word to word, and the other 30% I make a few changes I add. Most likely be adding. The real change in my movie will be I'll be adding more stuff, adding more dialogue, adding more scenes to make the story better. In terms of changing it, I'm not going to be changing like a lot like Peter did for Lord of the Rings. I'll be making some changes too, obviously, for the adaptation, obviously. Some Sarah. Yeah. Please, Ivan, this is better than my Lord of the Rings. I hope it's better than Lord of the Rings. Look at a masterpiece, man. I enjoyed the book more than J.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. No, please, better than Lord of the Rings. So, Ivan, seriously, man, I enjoyed the book more than J.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. No, please, better than Lord of the Rings. It's a masterpiece, man. The last was saying it's an amazing book, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Some Sarah. Yeah. That's what my company will have the water. And all the Hollywood actors or agents are going to be calling my office, man. It's like crazy, man. Once it's open for business, you watch all the agents call me and BJ's office, and the secretaries are hard at work. Hello, this guy says, hey, man, how may I help you? And all the agents are calling for the Xanus Week project. Timothy Chalamet's agent will call. Russell Crowe's agent will call. Vigo's agent will call. Daniel Kaluuya's agent will call. John Boyega's agent will call. Jimo Hansu's agent. Idris Elba's agent. Even Keanu Reeves' agents and all them will be calling because all the Hollywood actors are desperate. Once I start Scott's Entertainment, they know, they saw my videos. Yeah, Ivan's coming, we bear in Hollywood. And Ivan and BJ are the main event. All our stuff in Hollywood's a side tangent. They're desperate. They want to be my movie so bad. Their agents are all calling, trying to get their actors work. And when they try to get their actors work, they're really pushing hard, very hard to get their actors work, obviously, for my movie, obviously. It's crazy, yeah. Some Sarah? Yeah. Because me and VJ are now the boss. We're the boss, man. Yeah, nobody's bossing me around anymore when I'm king, man. Yeah. Yeah, Coco Foodie, all these guys take advantage of me. They make me do everything. Well, now that I'm king, they can't take advantage of me. Yeah. Haki, Eric, and Reza can't boss me around anymore when I'm king. I'm the boss over them. They boss me around at Coco Fruity, but when I'm king, they can't boss me around anymore, right? I'm the one paying your salary. You're my you guys are the boss over the kitchen, but you're not the boss over me, right? Yeah. Some Sarah? Yeah. Will Eric Reza Haki be featured on the magazines? No, they're my head chefs. I'm not going to have the chefs be featured on a magazine. No, they're my chefs. I'll say they're my head chefs. Yeah. I'll pay Eric Reza Haki a $200,000 salary for the third year, $200,000 salary for the fourth year, and they get a $20,000 sign bonus and a $20,000 post-filming bonus. Eric Reza Haki as my head chefs. Yeah. That's a good deal for me. They signed a $440,000 deal for 2 years. And they get the $2,000 giver, and they get the perks. Luxury buffet, all you can eat. You know what I'm saying? The once a month parties. Yeah. Obviously. And Tony will be my dishwasher. My boss dishwasher. Tony, the guy I vlog with. Yeah. I'll have him be my dishwasher. I'll pay him $100K for the third year, and he gets another $100K for the fourth year. That's a good deal for Tony. He doesn't get a bonus. Obviously. Will Tony be washing a lot of dishes? Yes, he will. You're looking at a lot of dishes he has to wash. But he only has to wash it, and the other dishwashers take the dishes out, obviously. But he'll be washing a lot of dishes. But because I'm paying him $100K, he'll work hard for me. He won't complain anymore because I'm actually paying him a lot of money. He's making the big bucks. Yeah. Tony got another moving job. The moving job, I think Tony's making like $40K, $45K for his moving job. I'm paying him $100K. Most people in the world don't make that, right? And Tony knows with $100K, you can live an amazing life. You can buy a house. $300,000, $400,000 house with that money. You can buy his dream Charger, or that's his dream car, a Charger. You can easily get his nice cars. You can go on a vacation. I'm paying him a lot of money. He'll work hard for me, obviously. He'll leave his job to work for me because he wants to be saved. And I'm paying him a lot of money. Money he'll never make in this world. Tony Samsara. Yeah. That's a lot of money for Tony. Yeah. And for the Gray Escape, he gets $250,000. And he only has to work for like 10 months to a year. You only have to work, Tony, for maybe 11 months to a year, 7 days a week. But you get your holidays off, and you get your $250,000 for the Gray Escape. Obviously. And Eric Reza and Haki, they get a $30,000 bonus for the Gray Escape, my second movie. That's a nice bonus for them. And they get a $450,000 salary for like a year of work. Yeah, and they get another $30,000 bonus after filming is done. And they get their $2,000 giver. And I'll take their families on a vacation. The head chefs and my 7 team in them, I'll take those guys on their families on vacation. Only your immediate family though, like your wife and your kids. Those guys you can take on a vacation. Haki's family, Reza's family, you can take them on a vacation. I'll pay for it out of my own pocket. You take them on like a 2-week vacation. Pick wherever you want to go. I'll have you stay in a nice resort and everything. I'll pay for it. 2-week vacation. I'll pay for it. Some Sarah. Their flights paid for, yeah. Obviously. That's a good deal for them. Yeah. Yeah. Tony's lucky because Tony will be working for me for like, he's young. By the time Tony works for me, he'll be maybe about 28, 29, 30 years old. 30 years old. So he'll be working for me until he's like maybe 70. So for like 40 years, he's working for me. Yeah, and I'm giving him raises for each movie, right? $250K for The Great Escape, $300K for Their Unique, $350 for the Hidden Vampire movie. And by the time I do the Western Guys movie, he's making $400,000 as a dishwasher. So the money he makes off my company, he doesn't even have to work. Once he works for 1 year, that's enough money for him to pay his house bills, pay his car bills. He can go on a vacation. That money can last him for 3-4 years, man. And Tony will he becomes rich. And then second phase, whatever movie I do, I don't know, the Spider-Man Miles Morales, he makes $450. And then the movie after that, he makes $500. Yeah. After like 30 years, Tony's making his $600K as a dishwasher. After 30 years. Becomes rich. Yeah, rich. And by the time he's like 70, he'll be a millionaire. Tony will be a millionaire. He'll be making like close to that range, right? He'll be rich. After like 40 years. A long time, will become very rich, obviously. And it's like changed his life, right? Yeah, that's the guy I've been vlogged with on the Sourdough's channel, yeah. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah. That's what I mean, VJ gonna be boss. Yeah, man. Nobody's telling me what to do anymore. I'm the fucking boss now, man. I'm paying the bills. Me and VJ are paying the bills for our Skyforce company. That's why nobody can boss us around anymore. We're the boss. But I'm going to be honest, man. I hate being bossy. I'm not really a bossy guy. I don't like being too bossy. Whereas Victoria Justice, you can tell she'll be more bossy than me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, some people talk back to you, Ivan. No, nobody will talk back to me because they know if they do, I can fire their ass. And I'm the boss, and I'm paying him a lot of money. Yeah, well, Ivan's paying us a lot of money. He's spoiling us all these perks. Luxury Buffet, we have to respect him. He's the boss. Yes, me and VJ are the fucking boss. And Peter Jackson's the boss, too. You guys have listened to Peter, too, right? And my 7 team are the boss, too. Obviously. Because even though Eric, Rez, and Haki are the boss of the kitchen, the 7, they still answer to the 7 team. They answer to Peter. The 7 team are the boss over Eric, Rez, and Haki, yeah. My 3 head chefs, yeah. So I'm saying you have levels of bosses, right? The supervisors are the boss of their own section. Eric, Reza, Haki are the boss of the kitchen, but they answer to the 7 team. They're the boss over them. They answer to Peter. They answer to me and VJ. Me and VJ are the big boss. Me and VJ and Peter are like the big bosses. That's why we're getting paid way more than everyone else, right? We're the big bosses. The 7 team are the big bosses too, but Peter is the boss over the 17 team for my movie too. Yeah, guys, Peter Jackson's a boss over my 7 team, yeah. Yeah. Samsara? Yeah. Ivan, why do you want to co-write the script with Peter? Because I'm scared Peter might make drastic changes to my movie. I'm scared Peter might make drastic changes to my movie. I'm like, Peter, I don't want you making drastic changes to my fucking movie, man. Hence why I'm co-writing the screenplay with Peter. Because I don't want him making drastic changes and perhaps reading my story. Ivan, we can change. I'm like, Peter, man, you're pissing me off. I don't want you making drastic changes to my masterpiece, man. We follow the story, we can make changes, but don't make drastic changes whereby you're contradicting the plot. I don't want Vijay and the woman fighting, because Peter might have that like Tariel thing in mind. Ivan, what if we do a thing whereby like Lithia is like an archer or something? I'm like, Peter, man, you're gonna ruin my story. Women are not allowed to bear arms in Zayn law, man. You're gonna ruin my fucking story, Peter. No. I don't want the woman fighting, Peter, Samsara. Yeah. I don't want the woman fighting, Samsara. You're gonna ruin the story. Yeah. So Ivan, you're a bit too nice. Yes, because I'm such a holy man. Even if someone really yells at me, I don't really like raise. I've raised my voice a few times in my life at some of my employees, obviously, who yelled at me. But usually, when like employees at Coco 40 yell at me all the time, I don't raise my voice back because I know if I do, they're not gonna like me anymore, and you're gonna have tension between you and some of the employees. I just take it like a man. I ignore them, obviously. Yeah. But Vijay might tell me, Ivan, you're too nice, man. If people raise your voice to you, show them who's boss. Don't be scared. We're the fucking boss. We're paying the bills here. Yeah, me and Vijay are paying the bills. We're paying all these guys their salary. That's what. Yeah, I'm going to show them who's boss, obviously. But I'm not as mean as Vijay. Vijay's obviously meaner than me. But she's a fucking Hollywood chick, right? She'll be like, what did you say? You know what I'm saying? If the team raised their voice at her, yeah, she's boss now. Yeah, she's all cocky. Yeah. Vijay will become a bit cocky when she's quit with me. But she's now the boss of me, man. We own the Sky Entertainment film studio, right? We're the boss. Boss over the Hollywood actors, too. And now all the big agencies. Like, Victoria Justice's dream would obviously is to be signed with a big agency like William Morris. And now those big agencies who represent all those big actors, they're the ones who are calling our office and trying to get their actors work. That's how boss me and Vijay are going to be, man. Think about it. The big agencies in Hollywood, like William Morris, Endeavors, who represent the big stars, they're all calling me and Vijay's office, and they're trying to get the A-list actors work in Hollywood for the Skyforce company. It's crazy, and me and Vijay are now the boss. Yeah, we're the boss now. Me and Vijay are boss. Yeah, that's why Vijay made that Bang R&E song. Because me and her are boss. Yeah, we're boss. Yeah, man. Me and her are boss. Ivan, will you ever yell at Eric Razahaki? No, I won't. I'm a very nice guy. I would never yell. No, I'll be very respectful, obviously. But if they yell at me and give me attitude, I'm going to show, look, man, if Raza yells at me and Hacky yells at me, I'm like, look, man, Hacky, I know when I work at Go Foodie, you know what I'm saying? You told me what to do, but you're no longer the boss anymore, man. I'm the one paying the bills here. Show some fucking respect. I'll respect you, but you have to respect me. I'm your boss. I'm paying you your rich salary. Because of me, you're living this rich life. You have to respect me, and you have to listen to me, man. I'm the boss over you now. You're not the boss over me anymore, man. Don't hate me. I'm saying, yeah. But they won't raise their voices at me because I'm going to be a very, very nice boss. And they know they're safe. They're not left behind. I'm paying them a lot of money. They're living a great life now. They can buy their $400 in our house, their nice Mercedes Benz and everything. And I'm spoiling you with an all-you-can-eat buffet with your drinks and everything. You know, and I'm flying you on the private jets to Swiss and everything. You part up my house and everything. Yeah, I'm spoiling them obviously. Tony and Eric Rezahaki get to part out in my animal. Me, we just fight for them in our house. You know, see, Tony gets drunk when we at the party. He smokes a cigar. He smokes weed. Can I smoke weed in your house? Yeah, you can smoke weed in my house, Tony. Yeah, and Tony gets drunk with me at my house. Yeah, when me and VJ at the house. Yeah, he gets drunk. Yeah, you guys are gonna see that in the documentary. He gets drunk with me and VJ at the house. Yeah, you know. But Rez and Haki don't drink, so they won't get drunk. They don't drink. Those guys. They're Muslim. Yeah. Muslim. Yeah. Yeah. Will it be a bit weird, Ivan, when you see the Hollywood actors? Yeah, it will. I don't know. When I see John Boyega and Jimo Hansu and all those Hollywood actors who fly to my office, it's going to be a bit weird for me because I grew up watching those guys. I thought those guys were bigger than me when I grew up, man. So I didn't know I was God, right? Yeah. I thought I was an average person. Growing up, I thought I was an average person. I remember when I saw like Keanu Reeves and Will Smith and like even John Boyega in Star Wars. These guys are all Hollywood actors. They're big and they make their millions. Man, I wish I could make that money. The whole time I'm gone and I have the keys, I'm much bigger than all those guys. I know I'm bigger than them, but when I see them, it will be a bit weird. Holy shit, man, this is John Boyega, the guy who did Star Wars and you know what I'm saying? And I'm paying all these guys. Me and Vijay are paying all these actors, Hollywood actors. They're rich. They're fucking contract, man. That's all boss me are gonna be. Yeah, we're paying them their fucking contracts. Yeah, they're massive contracts for the movie, the Xanus movie. Yeah. Samsara? Yeah. So, Ivan, you're gonna make the Xanus Hollywood actors contracts public? Yes, I will, because you guys are gonna know how much I'm paying them when you watch the documentary. I might as well make it public, obviously. And once I make it public, all the Hollywood actors are shocked. Holy shit, man! All the Xanus are signing mega fucking contract. We don't make this in Hollywood. Yeah, that's why Oscar Isaac, Daisy Ridley, and Adam Driver are really gonna sincerely beg John Boyega for word, man. They're gonna beg him, man. Their agents are gonna tell, yeah, network with your Star Wars co-star John Boyega, and they network with him when he goes to like an event in Hollywood, right? They're all gonna network with him, yeah. Like, John, please, man, need your help, man. I'm not kidding around. Like, when they tell John Boyega, they're gonna tell John, look, man, John, I'm not playing the games here, man. I'm being very sincere. I need your fucking help, man. Can you please give the bosses a good word for us, man? Please. Please, John, I need your help, man. Like, you're fucking lucky, man. I want out of the Hollywood system, man. You're fucking lucky, man. You're making more money than us, better perks. You're part of that $2 budget movie, that masterpiece of a story. Because they read my book, right? Yeah, man. Like, it's not fair, John. Don't worry about it, guys. Like, Will, he doesn't get word. I'm not giving you word. If I ask you for word, you won't give word either. I'm not giving you word. He doesn't get word, John. He's selfish. Yeah, he doesn't get word. Yeah, he's selfish. Fuck you guys. I'm not giving you word. If I asked you for word, you wouldn't give me word either. Yeah, they wouldn't give word either, those guys. That's why John Boyega's not going to give word. And all the Hollywood actors are selfish. All they care about is their own careers. Yeah, they're selfish people. Samsara. I don't know, some actors might give word, but I highly doubt it, man. In Hollywood, all the actors are selfish, man. All they care about is their own careers, man. They work hard to get to where they are, right? Hence why nobody gives word. Because they're selfish people, man. And that's all boss. Me and Vij are gonna be. We're gonna be freaking boss, man. Yeah. Boss. Freaking boss. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no way actors like Will Smith and Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock and Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler, you know what I'm saying, Tom Hanks would beg for word. No, man, even those big actors are going to beg too because they know me and Vijay are bigger than them. And even though we're big, we're not Ivan and Vijay. Ivan and Vijay are much bigger than us. And they know my company blows out of the water. And they all want out of the Hollywood system too. Don't forget that, right? Yeah. Because my company is a ticket to freedom. The actors don't have to pay to make the money, right? In Hollywood, you have to do it to make your money. That's how it works, right? You got to do it. That's why for me to be in Hollywood, I have to sell out to the gates and be a dirty slave to be in Hollywood. I'm not selling out of the gates. I have the keys. I want my own Skies Entertainment Company with VJ. I don't want to sell and be in the Hollywood system. When I have my own fucking keys, I can start my own company, bread in Hollywood. Why the fuck would I sell it in Hollywood? I don't want to share with a garbage wife with every generation forever. You guys are fucking crazy people, yeah. Are you telling me even guys like Tom Cruise and Keanu Reeves and Will Smith are gonna beg the Xanus for word? Yes, they're gonna beg. Even the big A-listers are gonna beg too. Yeah, because they know their careers are the side attention. They're now the side attention. Yeah, they may be big, but they're not me and VJ, right? They're not as big as us. I'm much bigger than all those bigger A-listers in Hollywood. Much bigger than them. They're small compared to me. They know that. Hence why they're also begging too. And they went out of the Hollywood system. They know my company's better. Oh yeah, Ivan can easily pay us more and give us better perks, and his fame's crazier. I want to be a part of that buzz with him. Yeah, I don't want to be left behind in the Hollywood system. Yeah, that's why they're all begging too. It's crazy, man. Yeah, even Will Smith and Dwayne Johnson and Tom Cruise are gonna beg too, man. They're gonna beg the same source for word. Yeah, it's crazy. And their agents are calling my office too. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, man. It's crazy. But for the Hidden Battle movie, I'm most likely going to have Will Smith compete with Dwayne Johnson for the captain on the boat for the Hidden Battle movie, obviously. But Dwayne Johnson's expensive. He'll be a billionaire by then. Maybe worth $1 billion by then. On $1.1 billion, and you have to pay him a lot of money, obviously. Obviously, right? Yeah. Some Sarah. Yeah. 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 So, Ivan, all the Hollywood actors' agents are going to push for more money. Of course they will. Everyone in this world wants to do whatever they can to make more money in this world. The Hollywood actors, agents, and managers are very greedy. Especially the bigger A-list ones, right? They're greedy pigs. Let's be careful, Ivan. They're greedy pigs, those guys. Yeah. Like John Boyega's agent, I'm not kidding around. His agent might push for a $20 million royalty check for John. I'm like, no, man. John Boyega's not worth that. He gets 8.5. I'm not paying him 20. He's not worth that. He might want 12 million for his base. And I get $20 that, man. I'm like, no, John, you get 9. You're getting greedy, some saying. It's a deal, man. I don't make his Hollywood, Ivan. Yeah, you made like, what, 300K for The Force Awakens? To be fair, John Boyega was a nobody when he did Force Awakens, but now he's bigger. He might want like 12 million for his base. I'm like, no, John, you get 9. I'm not paying you 12. Stop being greedy, some saying. It's a good one. Yeah, you sound like your 20 million deal, John. It's a massive contract. Yeah. So Peter Jackson will help you with payroll. Yeah, Peter, I need you to help me with payroll. Yeah, I'm not helping with payroll. He has to help me with that, obviously. He has to help me keep track of the budget, too. I'll have him get him all to a friend. They help me keep, and Barry Osmond, they help me keep track of the budget. There's a lot of money will be getting burned during the project, right? Okay, Peter, I'm putting $2.1 million towards the movie, and I'm splitting it $700 million per volume. Okay, Ivan. That way you give Peter on the budget, and he has to help me keep track of how much money is getting burned. A lot of money is getting burned, man. For the movie, yeah. Yeah. Sorry? So Peter Jackson is the boss of the movie. Yes, he is. Peter Jackson, I'll give him full power. He's the boss of my movie, but he answers to me and Vijay, obviously. But me and Vijay are barely gonna micromanage Peter. Peter knows what he's doing. He's the boss, but he's not the boss over me and Vijay. Me and Vijay are the boss over him. But I'll let Peter do his thing. Peter will be the boss of my movie. You have to give him full power. You know, Ivan, if you want me to direct a movie, I want full power. Yeah, Peter, I'll give you full power. You're the boss of the movie. But you still answer to me, VJ. Okay, Ivan. Yeah, we're the one paying the bills here, Peter. Not you, Samsara. Yeah. So, Peter, you know how the whole process of the movie works. Yeah, Ivan. I produced Lord of the Rings. I produced The Hobbit. I know how the whole process works. And that's why Peter will take that stress off me. And Guillermo del Toro directed and produced movies too. He knows the whole process. And it's Guillermo del Toro and Peter are gonna take that stress off me. And George will be helping me out too, running the company. I'll have George Lucas be my consultant for the Xanus movie. I'll pay him like $40K a year to consult. He's barely working. He's just standing around, watching and like giving tips here and there and consulting. That's it. Yeah, George, you're not working. All you have to do is just stand around and you consult. You know what I'm saying? You can have George a part of your concept arts too. He can help you and Peter with the concept arts too, George. Yeah, George will be able to be working, obviously. So he's my consultant. Yeah, George Lucas, right? Yeah. Yeah. What will be the most dirty work for you for pre-production? The screenplay. Working on the screenplay is probably the most dirty work. But I told you, even working on the screenplay will be fun with Peter because the docum's filming, the whole world's buzzing about the movie. We're gonna have a blast working on the screenplay. But the screenplay is the most dirty work. Concept arts is slack. We just sit around and we talk about what pictures we like for the demonic characters, the world building, the animal characters, the crows, the eagles, the clothing, what clothes do the characters wear in the movie, the weapons and the armor. That stuff is fun. The concept arts will be fun, obviously. Obviously. Yeah. And that the magazine shoots, that's all fun. The commercials, that's all fun, obviously. The interviews, Sky Source weekly news, the Sky Source news, that's interesting too, obviously. Some sorry. But still a lot of work, obviously. But me and Vijay are doing slack work compared to the 17, right? 17 are doing dirty work, yeah. The dirtier work, obviously. Because we're the boss. Yeah, there you go. Me and Vijay are the boss. Yeah. Yeah. So Ivan, Daisy, really, Oscar Isaac, Adam Driver, really gonna envy John Boyega? Oh yeah, they're gonna envy him, man. Yeah, man, they're gonna really, really envy him. They might even give him dirty stares like on stuff like those dirty stares are envious because John Boyega's saved. He's in an Ivan VJ movie. Every actor's dream, and they're left behind in Hollywood. Yeah, they're movie stars, but their careers are the side attention, right? Hence why they're envious, obviously. And they know John Boyega is making more than them. He has better perks. He's a part of that amazing movie, that masterpiece that I wrote. They're going to be envious. That's why they're going to beg him for word. Desperately beg him for word. They're going to be desperate. Yeah. Very desperate, yeah. They might even try and bribe him by maybe buying him a drink or something like that to try and get him to give them word because they're desperate. Yeah, they might do that. Some of the actors. Hey man, I'll buy you a drink at the party or something like that. Yeah, and after that they never with them. And the actors still don't give word because they're selfish. That's how desperate the actors are be. Some of them might even do that, right? Buy John Boyega a drink or something like that. John Boyega's still not gonna give word. He's selfish, man. I'm not giving you word. He doesn't give word. He's selfish. It's actually funny. I'm sad, yeah. I'm not giving you word. If I asked you for word, you wouldn't give word either. Yeah, he doesn't give word. John Boyega. He's selfish. Yeah, it's actually funny. I'm saying. Yeah, some of the actors might be desperate. They might buy some of the Xanus Stars drinks, that kind of stuff. Yeah, hey, rounds on me. I'll buy you a drink and that kind of stuff because they're trying their best to bribe them and convince them to give them word. But they're not going to give word. Those Xanus Stars are selfish, man. Yeah, nice try. It's not going to work, man. I'm still not going to give you word. Yeah, they're not going to give word. They're selfish Xanus Stars. They're not going to give word. You know. Well, you and VJ go to Hollywood events. No, me and VJ didn't sell to the gates. We're not a part of Hollywood. We're outside the Hollywood system. Me and VJ didn't sell to the gates. Hence, we're not going to be in the Hollywood parties, obviously. We didn't sell to the gates. Me and VJ are not in Hollywood. We have our own company, SkySource. But the Xanus Stars are still in Hollywood. They're working on a movie, but they're still in Hollywood. Hence why they're going to get invited to the events. And when they get invited to the events, that's when all the Hollywood actors are going to network with them. This has been crazy. And the actors who they have as friends and they have numbers, they're gonna text them and ask for word too. Yeah, Daisy. I'm pretty sure John Boyega has Adam Driver, Oscar Isaac, and Daisy Ridley's numbers. They might shoot them a text. Yeah, hey man, can you give the bosses a good word for me, man? Yeah, yeah, man. When he goes to the event, they're gonna network with him. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. 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 Obviously. Is Ben Affleck your first choice for The Great Escape? Yes, he's my first choice for The Big Boss. My second choice is Robert Downey Jr., so they're going to be competing for the job. I'm probably going to go with Ben Affleck. I think it would be cool to have Ben Affleck and Matt Damon in a movie. They're best friends for real life. So it'd be cool to have those two guys in a movie, obviously. And Robert Downey Jr. is more expensive than Ben Affleck. He's bigger than Ben Affleck. He's worth $300 million now. By then, he might be worth his maybe $450 million. Because he's making his... He'll be worth like his $400 million. So because he's making his $100 million for the Avengers movies, right? Yeah, so it'll be bigger than Robert Downey Jr. by then. And Robert Downey Jr. is a greedy pig. Watch out for him, Ivan. He's a greedy animal. Yeah. You notice how for all the Avengers movies he gets the big bucks? Yeah, he's greedy, Robert Downey Jr. His agent might push for $250 million for Robert Downey Jr. I'm like, no. Robert Downey Jr. is not worth that. He gets like his 135. He's worth 420, pay him 135, 140 of the film profits. Live, how about 200? I'm like, no, Robert, you're not worth that. Ivan, I'm fucking big. I'm like, yeah, you may be big in Hollywood, Robert, but you're not me, man. You're not me. You're not the main show. I'm not gonna have you do like that, man. No way. Samsara? Ivan, Robert Downey Jr. is big, man. You know how big Robert Downey Jr. is? Guys, don't play that game. I mean, Hollywood may be big, but in my movie, they're not the main event. Me and VJ are. They're not the main event. Because I'm not gonna have these guys dupe me, man. You don't make this in Hollywood, Robert. If you don't like this, you get your 50 million base, 30 million salary, 20 million bonus, and 35 million of the film profits. And I can pay you a good, like 11 million for the game, and you can get like maybe 8 million of the merch. That's a contract, and you get 400K for the promos. I have Robert $1 million. I'm like, no, guys, you're getting greedy, man. I'm not gonna pay Robert $1 million for the promos. He gets 400K. If you guys are fucking pissing me off, you think these guys are the main event with their movie? They're not, man. They may be the main event in Hall, but in my movie, they're not the main event. I'm not gonna have these guys dupe me, man. You get paid for what you're worth. I'm not gonna pay Robert Downey Jr. $250. You're fucking crazy. He's not worth. That's a lot of my profits, and he's not worth that, man. He gets paid for what he's worth. Isn't it alive? This is more than what I mean for the Avengers movies. Yes, Robert, this is more than what you mean for the Avengers movies. Isn't it alive? And sign me up. And however, there's no strings attached to the contract. I'm like, no, Robert, there's no strings attached to the contract. You're paying me all this money. You're giving me my freedom, Ivan. I'm like, yeah. Holy shit, Ivan. Thank you, man. You're a good man. I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. I'm not gonna let my money and my power corrupt who I am. I'm a clean businessman. I'm not dirty. So I'm sorry, yeah. Samsara? Yeah. So my idea for The Great Escape, Matt Damon and his wife, obviously, they're the one couple who almost escaped the company, but they end up getting killed. That's my idea. Like Matt Damon and his wife, they almost escaped the company, and Ben Affleck or Robert Downey Jr., whoever I choose, they sent him after them. They end up getting killed. Obviously, that's really kind of a sick movie. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Matt Damon, I can pay him his 23 million salary. You can give him a 15 million signing bonus. That's a good deal for him, and you can give him like 82 million of the film profits. That's a good deal for Matt Damon. Yeah. I have what about 100? I'm like, no, guys, you're getting greedy. Matt Damon gets 82. If you don't like it, Matt, you're more than one Hall and make your 20. It's a deal. I don't even make his Hall. Hey, you don't make his Hall with Matt. It's a good deal for you. I'm paying Matt a bit more than Ben because Matt's bigger than Ben. He's worth 170 million. Ben's worth like his 150 million, I think. Or 160 or something like that. 150. So I'm paying Matt Damon a bit more. Ben gets 75. Matt, you can pay him 82. 82 million of the film profit. That's a good deal for Matt Damon, right? Yeah, pay these actors a lot of money. The way they're happy, they're not pissed off. Considering you and VJ are making your billions. Don't hate me and VJ, you know what I'm saying? But if you're greedy and you want more money, I'm not paying more money, man. You guys don't make this in fucking Hollywood. This is a massive contract, man. You get the perks too, right? The perks of the company, yeah. And the speaking fee money, which is like a massive, I don't know, $1 million deal. You know what I'm saying? It's a massive contract, yeah. Yeah. So Matt Damon's greedy, Ivan. All the bigger A's in Hollywood are greedy pigs, man. They're all greedy. Keanu Reeves is a greedy pig. Matt Damon's a greedy pig. Ben Affleck's a greedy pig. They're all greedy pigs, man. All the Hollywood actors want to do whatever they can to make more money, right? Obviously in the industry. And they know because me and VJ's movie merchant game is in the billions, their managers and agents want a bigger chunk of that pie. Hence why they're greedy and they might want more money. I'm like, no, I'm going to be strict. No. I'm not paying these actors more money. This is enough. If you don't like you guys, you're more than welcome to work on Hollywood. Let me know. It's a deal. Yeah, you have a good deal. Stop being greedy, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. And once I offer all these actors, these Hollywood actors, these contracts, their agents and managers are all like shocked. Holy shit, man. I think this company blows out of the water. These actors don't make this in Hollywood. Yeah, they don't make that kind of money in Hollywood, man. It's very rare that an actor makes that money in Hollywood. There's exceptions when some actors sign mega deals, but it's rare. In Hollywood, most A-listers make their 10, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30 in Hollywood, man, and that's it. But nowadays, it is pretty common whereby actors get royalties, but they're not making the kind of royalties that they are for my company. My company, they're making way more money for the royalties because the Hollywood companies are limited with their royalties because the Hollywood companies are not doing the kind of profits my movies are doing, and so they're more limited. That's why nowadays most actors sign gross deals, not net deals, because net deals will see very little money, obviously, because the odds are stacked against them, like George said in that video, right? Because you have something called overhead costs. And that's why actors negotiate for gross profits. Profits before the fees. Obviously, right? So you have the movie sales, and then you have the movie sales, obviously, and then you have the movie sales, obviously, right? You have the movie sales, obviously, and after that you have the cost, and after the cost you have the gross profits, but you also have additional fees that the companies have to pay. Hence why the actors, once the cost is now taken care of, obviously, the leftover profit is gross profits, and the actors get a piece of that gross profit. But then after that, the whole companies have to pay their fees, so the overhead costs. And after that, you have nets, but the nets is very little. Hollywood companies probably net maybe 30 million, 40 million, 50 million, 60 million. Yeah, that's why the actors can't really get much money off that, right? That's why they get the gross. Or for my company, the actors are getting nets. Because my movie is doing billions in nets. Like 5, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8 billion in nets. Something crazy. And that's why the actors can negotiate for a lot of money for my company. And the agents want a bigger chunk of that pie. But I'm not paying the actors more money, man. You guys are getting greedy, Samsara. You get paid for what you're worth, man. Don't hate them, son. Yeah. Samsara. Yeah. But The Great Escape is way down the road. My main focus is Xanus. Xanus is my first movie. My first movie based off my novel that I wrote, man. A masterpiece, man. Yeah, that's why those Xanuses are lucky. Part of that horrific journey with me after Xanus. Yeah. That's why Xanus will be the best finance novel written. And the best movie George ever made. I'll call this video the Xanus movie brand. Anyways, guys, I talked for an hour. I don't know, hour and like 33 minutes. That's good enough. Hope you guys enjoyed this show. Stay tuned. I'll make a video tomorrow after my daunting shift at Coco Food. I hope I get another job. This is Out America. I'm signing up. Peace, guys. Bye. Hope you guys enjoyed this show. This 2-part show. Peace.